from Life in Layouts, and today I have the February scrap 5. For this challenge we were to use hearts, flowers, red or pink, tags, and specialty paper. And we were given the challenge to make a Valentine's Day layout or not so Valentine's Day layout. And so I decided not to do a Valentine's Day layout, mainly because I don't have a Valentine in my life. I was able to scrap all 5 items and I completed a layout about myself. I pulled out this super old collection, We Are Memory Keepers Love Struck, and I also pulled out a coordination paper. I believe I picked this one up from Joann's. It's a tone-on-tone teal polka dot. I am not using a sketch. This is my own thought process. The only thing that I will say that I got inspiration from, I was looking through the page map sketches and I saw one of these sketches that had a decorative edge along the left-hand side, and I wanted to incorporate that. So that little scallop edge over there did come from a sketch, but that was the only thing that I used from the sketch. Everything else was not a part of the sketch at all. What I did on the left-hand side was I cut a white piece of paper just to give me a place to stick my photos and then also to use that border punch on. And I then lined up 4 of my photos. Now these photos are the true digital photos, so I went ahead and cut them down to 4x5 and I used them in a grid style. Then on the right hand side I have the 2 photos. Again, I cut them down to 4x5 and I just kind of stack them next to each other. Now the teal paper with the word love as well as the polka dotted paper has glitter on it, so I am using that as my specialty paper just simply because it has glitter on it and it works for me. I really love this color combination. Now I definitely focused more on the pinks, but I was able to get, some of the reds in there as well, just simply because the collection has both the reds and the pinks, but I love the pink and that teal together. And then just a pop of green. Now this particular paper had some green pieces in it, but none of the green pieces worked for me. So when I went ahead and backed my photos on the right hand side in that green polka dotted paper, I realized that I had to definitely add a little bit more green to my layout, just simply because there was no other green anywhere in any of the papers that I chose. These photos are from July of 2020. You can see in the upper left-hand side that my highlights, they went a long time. Because of everything that happened in 2020, I just, didn't get my hair done and I was just letting it go. Now I have been gray since I was 19, I got my first strand of gray hair when I was 19. Now I am only 38 and you can see all the gray that is down there. And I actually did that specifically because when I tell people that I'm gray, they actually tend to make fun of me or, tell me, oh, that's not true. You're so young. You have 1 or 2 gray hairs and that's not really gray hair. And that is not the case at all. I am completely gray. If I did not dye my hair, I would be completely gray. And my mom is the same way. She was gray very young when she was my age. I remember her also being in the same situation where she was dyeing her hair, and she's actually recently decided to go gray, so she is fully gray now and rocking that gray. But I wanted to have that. This was the perfect time because of everything that was going on in 2020. Didn't have to go out. I was working from home. I was doing most of my work from Skype, so I could kind of hide the grays, and I just let it go. And in July, I couldn't take it anymore. And I thought, you know what? This is also a time to do something fun. I had been contemplating doing this red, bold red color for quite a while. I had seen a picture, actually a friend of mine, Kate, sent me a picture of somebody who had red hair and she was like, this would look beautiful on you. And I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So 4 hours at the salon, and this is what I got from the far left to the far right hand side, and I love it. It is just gorgeous, and I have been keeping it, maintaining it, even though we're in quarantine. I've actually gone back and had it redone so that it can continue to look as beautiful as it does in these pictures. So now that I've rambled on all about my beautiful hair, I did pull out my embellishment books just simply because This paper only had paper with it. It was a collection, like I said, it's super old, and it was back when I was just buying collection, not really buying embellishments or anything to go with it. And so I just had a few pieces of paper. I did have some of the cut aparts there, and you can see those. I pulled those out on the right hand side of the layout. I used one of the little cards there. I used my corner rounder, and I'm going to actually journaling in that spot there. And then everything else came from my embellishment book. I was able to find some flowers that matched in that light pink and dark pink. And then I also found these stickers that have the word love on them. And just everything about this layout is gorgeous. My favorite color is pink, and this is a layout where there's definitely pink in it, but it is not the overpowering color. That teal color is just another beautiful color as well. Now, I did take 2 of the papers. This paper came in that quadrant stuff as well, so that had 4 6x6 pieces of paper on the back side of it. So one of them was a notebook piece of paper, so I went ahead and used that. And then it's actually 1 sheet of paper, so I went ahead and used the pink polka dot on the back. So it's just front and back there to create my tags, which is part of my scrap 5 as well. My title is going to be Love is in the Hair. Whenever I am struggling with a title, I just go online and search for scrapbook layouts with hair dyeing, and that's, whatever the subject is in regards to it. This title was actually pulled from a scrapbook layout of like a wedding photo, like wedding hair, but the title worked for me, and so I used it. I did end up having to move over those tags, that little cluster there, to the right hand side so that I could get my title in with that as well. Now, I do have 2 separate little journaling boxes here. So here is my final layout, as well as some close-ups. I would encourage you guys to go check out all of the ladies for the Scrap 5. They did a fabulous, fabulous job on taking these 5 items and making a beautiful layout with them. So once again, we had to use hearts, flowers, red or pink, tags, and specialty paper. And I think that I rocked the Scrap 5 with this particular layout. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.